And so it's not quite as simple as saying that if you just cut out meat and you start drinking soy milk, that that's going to solve the environmental challenges. I mean, obviously, I agree with everyone on the panel to say that we should eat less meat, but you need to have animals in agriculture. You need that manure as a fertilizer. And so if you're going to have the animals in the system, what are you going to do with the animals once their life has completed?
Okay, so I need to pause to make a public service announcement that I should have made at the beginning, which is, if you have a question, there should be pieces of paper for you to write things down. Don't put your hand up. You need to write the question on a piece of paper, and they're going to be collected so that you have a little bit of effective processing of the questions here on the side. And while that's going on, we're going to continue to have a dialogue. So one of the issues that was raised in the film, we're going to leave the should we all become vegetarians aside for the moment. And
why are we leaving that issue aside?
We'll come back.
I just want to ask a very quick question, because I feel like there's a perspective that's not being offered here, and Vass tried to offer that perspective, but it was shut down. And, I was growing up eating meat every single day of my life. I'd eat a huge stack of bologna when I came home, or a huge can of Spam, because I love that stuff. I love the idea of killing animals. I love the idea of eating animals. So if there's anyone who should be receptive to this movie, it should be me. I ought to be the guy. But the truth is, I'm not receptive to the message of your movie, Crown. And I want to show you why. This is why. This is my little girl, Lisa. I love her more than anything in the world. She, every day when I come home, jumps up and down in happiness to see me. She has a personality, a life that's worth living. And I want to tell you, in my home country of China, there are people who look at my little girl, Lisa, and you know what they see? They see a thing to use and abuse, a thing to eat. Now, when I ask the people in China, and I've been in China, I've talked to these people, why is it that you're killing and eating these dogs? They're my friends. What they tell me is, you're doing exactly the same thing in the United States. You're just calling them pigs, cows, and chickens. And so I just want to ask you today, take a look at my little girl. Look into her eyes, please. Please, look into her eyes and tell me, why does she deserve to die to serve your bloodthirst and greed? Why would you kill these animals? For profit. And I want to ask all of you today that same question. What is it about these innocent animals? What is it about these creatures that gives us the right to kill them?
Hold on, can I ask you a question?
Let's answer that question today. My name is Wayne. This is my little girl, Lisa.
Excuse me,
She doesn't deserve to die, but neither did any of that.
Wayne, can I ask you a question?
My name is Adam.
Oh, God.
This is Daisy.
I would
She doesn't
respectfully
deserve to die, and neither does
ask
they.
you to sit down, Wayne.
My name is Sarah.
Please.
This is my little girl, Pippa. She doesn't deserve to die, and neither do they.
Okay, guys, we got the point. No one is advocating.
Die, and neither do they.
My name is Igal.
Do we have
This is my friend, Crash. She
guys?
does not deserve to die, and neither did they.
My name is Meredith. This is Giselle. She doesn't deserve to die.
My name is Carol. This is my beloved child. She does not deserve to die. Neither do they.
My name is Aspen. I raise chicks all over here.
My name is Toddy. I'm an ex-vegetarian. And it's okay to eat meat. It's a personal choice. This is a public conversation.
Yeah, guys, you're being super disrespectful of a lot of people and their time. We've got your point.
And he does not deserve
We
to
would
die.
ask for you
Neither
to
did they.
respectfully.
Ma'am, respectfully, you've talked for 2 hours about violence against innocent animals. We're asking for 2 minutes to talk about peace and justice.
Have taken more than
The reality is, these animals have lives that are worth living. I have been inside of a slaughterhouse. I have seen the eyes of an animal who is about to die. I've been haunted by those images for the rest of my life. And for those of you who think these animals don't have lives as valuable as yours, I'm telling you right now, the animal rights movement is growing in strength today. Every day, all over the world, we are gathering in strength, and we will speak out and fight against this violence. All the other people are killing animals. Feeding the animals what you've done, which is slaughter and massacre and violence. Thank you.
Is this the first one?
Well, why don't we just let's try a Q&A right now, and we'll have the presence of these folks up front. That's fine. I mean,
Are we going to have a pleasant conversation about rape? About child pornography? About dog fighting? What's next? Are you going to invite a dog fighter, Michael Vick, to this forum and allow him to talk about how wonderful it is to torture and kill dogs? What is next? We have to have standards. You have to draw a line and confront injustice and violence. The reality is, I don't want anyone to be hurt. I don't want Graham's feelings to be hurt. I'm sure a wonderful God. I don't in peace. I know many of you are offended, and our intent is really not to disrupt. Our intent is to trigger a confrontation. And this is exactly what we need.
Mike, could you turn my mic on?
When all of the animals are free, we'll remember this day very differently from the way you are perceiving it today. But thank you very much for your
Okay, so
we appreciated your talk.
it's been a wonderful year of 2007. Oh, okay, there.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. It was, we shot a lot of different footage, and one of the challenges of making a documentary is that you have so many different stories that you can put into it.
So you leave out the murder. You leave out all the killing except for one.
I appreciate you coming out, and the reason that we didn't put in the slaughter side of things, we did film.
Because it's uncomfortable.
It was actually
I
because
don't like to see that.
we had to leave out a lot of things, and so that was one of the things that we left out. We did have 2 scenes of slaughter in the film, but thank you for coming out, and we'll go ahead and continue this conversation.
And thank you for leaving
Continue
out.
to cover up the murder.